Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to the Spiritual Roundtable right here on Facebook at Star Nation's main fan page. And today is Wednesday, June 19th, and it is a gorgeous day here in Toma, Wisconsin. Sunny, 73 degrees, blue skies. I tell you what, this is what we call a Wisconsin June summer day. Really, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And if I could do the show outside, I would, just so that I could share it with you guys. So I'm hoping everybody's doing well today on this Wednesday. It's been kind of a busy morning around here. Yeah. I'm going to share some pictures with you tomorrow. I was trying to get them uploaded today to share them with you, but technology sometimes when you're in a rush just doesn't work. And so I'm going to upload them later today and show them to you tomorrow. Okay. All right. So in the meantime, I've got my phone and I am going to like and share our live stream. And I invite you to do the same thing. Why? So that others can find us a little bit easier. You remember when you were just starting out on your spiritual journey here and you're just getting awakened to your soul contract kind of things, and you were a voracious reader, right? You read everything you could get your hands on. You were watching YouTubes and all kinds of videos, and you were a seeker, right? Well, when we share those videos and posts and all those things that we find helpful, someone else is looking for it too. So it's kind of like a civic duty, I guess, for an energy worker. That's the way I look at it anyway. So I'm going to like and share the show, and I would really appreciate it if you could do the same thing. I'm just going to share it over to my news feed. And if you'd like to do that, that's fine. But if you even have just one friend that you want to introduce to Star Nation's community, that's fantastic. All right, so I'm just going to let my friends know that I'm live streaming and asking them to please join us. And I'm going to put a little emoticon in there too. Let's see. I think we'll use the stars and the glasses one. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I've got all these quick keys now, so it's really, it actually happens quite fast. Turn down my sound on my phone. And there. Oh, I see Stephanie's been in the house, huh? Getting all of our, all the stuff that we're doing here at Star Nations and all the upcoming classes. And Stephanie, I still need to get you one more. We just finished up getting the next Polly Jo LeBay class set up for October 11th through the 13th. And we just got the Eventbrite ticket to be able to get out there and post on the website. So as soon as Elf Dan gets that up on our website for the registration, right, we can actually start officially promoting it. So I'll get you those things later this evening. I'm hoping Dan has time later today. Let's see who's all in the house. We know that Stephanie's here. Right? But let's see who else is here. Oh, come on. Really? There we go. Trying to get the page to move and it wasn't going. All right. And so there we are. Julie Shumway Hill is here. Hello, Julie. Good to have you here. And thank you for getting that Eventbrite ticket stuff all put together really quickly for us. I appreciate it. So we can start actually letting people know where to go for it. Rochelle's here. Yay, Rochelle. She says, hello, Neshi and grounded. Yay. Thank you, Rochelle, for doing that. And it's a great reminder for the rest of us, isn't it? That if you haven't done your grounding today, just take a moment. Just take a moment and do that for yourself. Because maybe the information that we're going to be sharing today will be a much easier to take in and maybe take in more of the information and the vibration if you're grounded, right? right? So thanks for reminding us, Rochelle. I appreciate it. And she also shared. Good one. Thank you. And Jocelyn is here too. Hello, Jocelyn. Good to have you here. And Bobby's here too. Lovely day to all. To you too, Bobby. I hope it's as gorgeous over by you in Sparta as it is for us over here in Toma. It's a gorgeous day, isn't it? Now, these are the kind of summer days that makes me really happy to live where I live, right? It's in January that I question why I am living where I live. But on days like today, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And Andrea's here too. Hello, Andrea. Good to have you here. Yeah, it's a very interesting card draw this today. You know, yeah. For those who might be joining us for the first time, right? Whether you're watching live or if you are watching the recorded version of this, the intention for the spiritual conversation that we have at the newly renamed show, the Spiritual Roundtable, is based on the card draw that I do in the morning. And I've been doing drawing cards in the morning for years and years and years. We're talking decades. When I was first consciously awake on my path, doing a morning card draw helped me to be aware of the energy that was most important for me to be aware of that day. And I just kind of just kept it up. Now, do I do it every single day? Pretty darn close. There's some days where I don't when, it's a busy morning and, I have to be someplace early. Those are the days I might miss. But about a year ago in May, my spiritual team gave me the nudge and to share the card draw on a live stream, because I was sharing it through Instagram. I was doing that, but they made the suggestion that we do this in a live stream, and so we started that a year ago in May. Yeah, and so almost a full year every day. I did miss a few days. But the intention for the card draw is for Spirit, my spiritual team, to show us what's most important for the energy that's flowing for us to know about for our soul growth, and also for our highest good and highest good of all. I also add in there that we can share with others, right? Yeah. And so that's the intention. And the card draw, the information, what that leads to is my favorite part, which is a spiritual conversation with us here in the live chat and sharing information, because I think we learn a lot from each other. We really do. And so when we're brave enough and we speak our truth from our hearts and share, everybody gets to take a bit of that information that resonates with them, right? Yeah. So that is, for me, that's the best part. That's the best part of this live stream. And we are using, I'm going to put my name down here. We are using this particular deck for this month anyway. Spirit of the Wheel. It's by Linda Iwashina and illustrated by Jody Bergsman. Copyrighted in 2006. Yeah. And they're from British Columbia. And so we have that essence. I just had to check on George. He's doing something down there that I don't think he's supposed to be doing. Georgie, what are you doing? Okay. He's got a toy that's got one of those squeakers in it. I just don't want him to take the squeaker out and play with that because I don't want him to swallow it. Okay, so the author and the illustrator are from British Columbia, Canada. And so we're getting another flavor, another perspective of the medicine wheel. Okay. And so we're learning their perspective together, which is kind of good, I think. It's good to have an open mind, right? Julie says it's cloudy and rainy down in Madtown. Mad City, that's our capital here in Wisconsin, Madison. So yeah, it's not doing that here. It must be the cutoff on, what is that, Highway 21 maybe, or what's another east-west road south of here? Maybe 119. I don't know. Something like that. Stephanie says, clear skies and windy after 3 days of thunder boomers. Oh my goodness. My goodness, we haven't had any thunderstorms. We've had a little bit of rain, not much, but no thunderstorms. And then we probably could use some rain, actually. And Tina said, hello, Tina. Good to have you in the house. Good to have you in the house. Now, Tina, I have to share this, okay? Is my husband last night, right, after my weekly show, I went back down to the house and he was asking me how my day went, and I said I was so excited. I said, "Oh, we had a really good day, and I shared with him about some of the things that were happening with the community that was shared in yesterday's live stream yesterday afternoon. And I said, I am so excited. I said, over in Montana way, I said, there's a native lady over there, her name's Tina, that has decided, made the intention that she's going to serve her community using her gifts, her healing gifts. And I said, I am so flippin' excited about that. And he was happy for you too. But he asked me, why are you so excited for Tina? And I said, well, there's another Native woman who is using her voice and her gifts. You know, depending on your age, we have had some really good role models, right? That have survived a lot of degradation, right? And they went through a lot for us to be here. And every time there's a Native woman who steps into her gifts and into her personal power, I find it a day to celebrate. And actually anybody who does that. But for a Native woman to do that, because, the reality is that there are thousands and thousands of Native women and girls that are missing, murdered and missing, right? And so anytime that we can use our voice, use our gifts, use our skills in a good way that helps someone else, it also helps to give another Native female courage, right? That's why. But overall, anybody who uses their voice, their gifts, their skills, their talents, I'm happy. I'm joyful and cheering them on. Hang on, I got to take something away from George. Okay, I'll be right back. Just going to take me a second. Okay. Yeah, I knew it. He was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. Yeah, you just have to kind of. I got quiet and he got quiet. I'd start talking and he'd start crunching. It's like, he's a smart little boy, that one is. All right. So, and Bobby is saying, perfect day here, rain here by the weekend. Oh yeah, that's what they say. But they're 50%. They're 50% wrong, right? So we'll just have to wait and see. We do know that we will have weather. A long time ago, my husband used to. He loves doing the meteorology thing. He watches the weather really closely. And he used to ask me this question a lot. He says, do you suppose it's going to rain? Do you think it's going to rain? Now, meaning that if it rained, there were certain things that we needed to do. Like we had 2 dogs at the time, and it's making sure the dogs were inside if we were going somewhere, and closing windows and that kind of thing, right? And I've never been one to really plan my day so closely to the weather. I know we're going to have weather, and I know that if it's raining, I have an umbrella in my bag. That kind of thing. And so anyway, He doesn't ask me that anymore because he's telling him, I'm sure we're going to have some weather and I'm sure we'll be able to handle it no matter what it is. All right. I love this first card. And let me show it to you. I think you will too. It is Frog Clan. Frog Clan. Oops. I've got a new tabletop thing that holds my laptop, and so it makes my lighting just a little bit different. And so I don't want to get the glare in there. Pull it back a bit, tilt it. There we go. There you go. I just got to play with it a bit. Frog Clan. It's about cleansing, release, and healing. Cleansing, release, and healing. Right? It's in the 6th position in Linda Iwashina's way of constructing, creating a medicine wheel. And look at that artwork. Now you can really, really feel that indigenous culture coming from what we would call the Northwest here on Turtle Island, in the U.S., right? In Canada, it would be in the Southwest. But it's Frog Clan. And it's all about cleansing, release, and healing. And look at the little guys down in the corner there. Aren't they cute? Those look like tree frogs, don't they? And I just love listening to tree frogs at night, hearing them chirp that way. It's a cute little guy there. Frog Clan. And so here's the first question for those in the chat. Does anybody have frog as a power animal or a totem? Right? Yeah. Because, frogs, when we think of frogs, we think of water, right? We think of water. But they actually can exist on both land and water. They're amphibious, right? And so they're a part of emotion and the physical body, right? Yeah, frogs. And when you were a kid, were you one of those kids that would go and catch frogs? I wasn't. My brothers, two of my brothers were, but not me. I'd watch. And I'd be the one that would be letting them out. They'd put them in a glass jar, and I would go in there and get the glass jar and let them release them, let them go. Yeah. And then it would end up to be, words being flung and sometimes slaps and hits when we were kids, because I let their prized possession go. But now you know where my heart laid, even when I was a kid, right? All right, so the Frog Clan. Frog Clan. All right. So here is what the author has to say about the Frog Clan. She says, in this overwhelming time, the Frog Clan card symbolizes the feeling of swimming against the current. Swimming against the current. When we're working against our own nature and allowing past worries to build, we need the Frog Clan to aid in clearing away the heavy emotional baggage. In this state of high stress, even the simplest obstacle seems magnified. Release the pressure and heal yourself on all levels. Let the flow of tears wash away your pain and leaving you feeling cleansed. When I read that this morning, I was thinking about a few things. I was thinking about this past weekend and those souls that were here for the healing weekend and awakening to their true potential, right? And there was a lot of healing energy moving. some really, really deep healing. Okay. A lot of tears. But after we go through something like that, after we've been through a layer of healing, is the integration time, where we kind of sit in our new or remembered energy. Okay. And sometimes in that early moments of the integration, we're talking maybe a few days to a couple of weeks or something like that, a few weeks. Sometimes we miss that old energy, the way we may have been for a lot of years, right? And we start to second guess ourselves. We wonder, gee, what did I just do? I missed the old me. Thing is that what we miss is in that old energy field is how people would react to us. It's more about our ego and the surface kind of stuff than what's really getting integrated at deeper levels, right? And so a lot of it's the mental mind that is creating this story, right? Right. And so many times when we're going through something like that, even the smallest obstacles sometimes feel like they're pretty big. And it's one of the reasons why after you've been through a retreat, a healing weekend, and we talk about the re-entry energy. That means that, you're kind of in a cocoon, right, at the retreat or at a special weekend, a healing weekend. And then you go back to your everyday life. And sometimes just even going to the grocery store can be an excursion, because in many ways you're taking in energy much differently than you did before. And so here you are navigating your life, your everyday life, right, in a new way, taking in energy in a new way. And sometimes it's overwhelming. And so our mental mind tries to recreate what we just left behind, that we just cleared away. And in those moments, here's a tip. In those moments when you're feeling like that, you're second guessing, right, is really to go quiet. And it's okay. It's okay to kind of draw in, maybe not go out as much, right? When you get home, do some self-care. Take a bath with Epsom salts, right? Maybe burn some sage or cedar or sweetgrass. Maybe play some music that soothes your soul, right? Calms you, whatever that is. And so to take a few moments where the energy around you isn't as swirling. And I think the frog plant, I'm going to show the picture again. It's about cleansing, releasing, and healing, right? So if you've just done a major release, allow your time, the space, allow yourself the time and the space to heal, to integrate. And frog medicine can help us do that, right? Because in the integration time, we're adjusting, we're tweaking, we're saying, you know what, that doesn't fit me anymore. That feels really uncomfortable. It could be clothing, It could be how you have your living room arranged. It could be almost anything, because your energy field is different. Your energy is different. So give yourself a little time. And what does that mean? What does that mean, right? There's no clock, there's no calendar on it. It takes the time that it takes, right? And so you're just being really mindful and heartful of how you're bringing in information, energy, right? Yeah. And this goes for anything. Anytime that you've been through a deep healing, maybe you've been to a healer, and for the first time, you found somebody who can actually help you move through a piece that you've been kind of dealing with for a while, right? Yeah. It's called integration. Integration. So here's the rest of the information coming from the author. She says, the frog gland focuses on the healing that is needed by you or someone close to you. Being empathetic and allowing others to freely express their feelings, you can offer the support they need. Never underestimate the power of compassion. Frog Clan teaches us to connect to the healing powers of water, which is the emotional flow within our lives. If the flow is dammed up, then we begin to feel the pressure building within us. Allow your emotions to flow freely and encourage the same in others. Okay? All right. So here's another tip. Wait, I gotta take, speaking of water, I gotta take a drink of water. So here's another tip. In the integration, your emotions could be more intense than what you're used to. Okay? Allow them to flow. Allow them to flow. And here's why. Because your energy field is different. You've just went through a major healing. And you may have been one of those souls who learned how to repress or suppress your emotions. And when you're in this new energy field, you may not be used to expressing yourself with your emotions. Okay? So our mental mind creates this obstacle to the expression of our emotions. In other words, you could have that critic, that inner critic telling you, oh, don't do that. You know, don't look weak in front of them. Why let them see you cry? Or never show them that you're upset or angry. You know, those are old ways of being. You just healed something that helped you to move forward. And so here's a time that you can actually learn how to express your emotions. That's your heart, right? And to balance it with the mind. Shushing your inner critic, right? Shushing it and saying, you know, I'm going to cry. And it's okay to have an ugly cry. It's okay to be angry. It depends on how you express it. We want to express it in a healthy way, right? Right. So here's something that was shared over the weekend, which I think is actually brilliant. Okay. And that is allowing someone else to express, especially tears. That when we had some discussion about this, and that is when we offer Kleenex to somebody, tissue, who's crying, that it really is more about our uncomfortableness with their expression of emotion. And we justify it with, oh, I'm just being helpful. I'm just being helpful. I'm being compassionate, right? By offering them Kleenex. Yeah. It really is about our own uncomfortableness with their tears and their expression. And so, that we learn something about ourselves in that. We do. Yeah. So, be okay with the expression, right? And find your own way to shush your inner critic who is trying to suppress your expression, right? Yeah, because we all have that. When I have that ugly cry, and I can hear my mom's voice saying, never let them see you cry. Never let them know your strong emotions, because they can use it against you then, right? Yeah. My inner critic sometimes has my mom's voice to it, but we all do, because we're all raised with something like that, right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to get caught up with you guys in the chat. Tina saying, thanks, Neshi, means a lot. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. And Roberta says, yes, and as the first animal memory, Fred was my first frog friend. Perfect energy for the weekend. Yeah, don't you think? Don't you? Fred the frog, I like that. Hey, Maggie, good to have you here. It's always good to see you in the chat. PJ's here, Polly Joe. Hi, dearest ones. The depths of the integration right now. Exactly. And it doesn't, like I said, there's no time limit, right, Polly Joe? There's no calendar. There's no clock. It takes what it takes. Some will move through it quite quickly. Others may take a little longer, and that's okay. It's not a race. It's not a competition. Andrea says, best advice ever. Aw, thank you. And she's also saying, crazy energy right now. Self-care gets forgotten, but it's so important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And sometimes, even in those moments when we think it's going to take too much time, I don't have time for that, right? Make a little time. Carve it out, right? If you're doing dishes anyway, play some music, right? If you're going to be taking a shower anyway, you use your favorite soaps instead, right? You're going to have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or a glass of water anyway. Why not go sit in one of your favorite places and just take a wee bit of a time out, right? Yeah. We can weave those things into our day. And when you make more time for it, do the bath, do the soak. It takes 10 minutes, 20 minutes? Yeah, you're not going to be in there for an hour. You get all pruny. Can't do that. Oh, Tanya's here. Hello, Tanya. It's good to have you back. It's good to see you in the chat. Yeah. Polly Jo is saying it's on divine timing for sure. Exactly. And we also should probably repeat that in the integration, it's also a good time to go see your healing team, both in spirit and both in the physical world. So if you have a healer who is that you go to for cranial sacral, or for a massage, or if you go to the chiropractor or acupuncturist or herbalist, or go see them. If you're in the middle of an integration or the beginning parts of an integration, that is going to be so helpful to you. So helpful, so that you can continue to do the release and the adjustment. Okay, it's important, and to remember to drink water, to drink good water, to help with that. Here's the second card. The second card is the Creator. It's all about awareness co-creation and change. It is the first stone that's placed when in creating the medicine wheel. It says the Creator card brings a period of examining your faith and values. There's a strong desire for change and redirection in your life. Okay? So if we're adjusting, if we're going through that integration, and you're calling on frog medicine to help you to do that, Spirit's telling us that the Creator is putting in our path assistance, help. All we have to do is ask for it. Be aware of it, right? Even with this live stream, these cards didn't just come out of the, I think we'll take those three. Spirit had those cards jumping out. Yeah. So that we can actually have this conversation about the integration and the changes. And that the Creator is here reminding us that it's a co-creation. We're co-creating this change. We took the opportunities that were placed in front of us. A healing weekend, you went to a healer, that you made the decision. You made the decision to heal an aspect that's been holding you back. That's been debris hiding your gifts, right? Blocks to you accessing your full potential. And you made that decision, that intention. And then Spirit, because you're asking for help, right? Spirit starts to make arrangements to create the opportunities to be able to do what you intend. And you went to the healer, you went to the healing weekend, you went to the retreat. You released something that was pretty big, and now you're in the integration. We're still able to request help. We're in the integration, and we are allowing Spirit to create the next piece that's going to come into the physical world. Yesterday's cards, right? Yesterday cards was all about, it's already here. It's at your front door. Are you going to let it in? That change is already here. And Spirit is saying, okay, what is this going to look like? How can we co-create this piece? The change is already here. Remember to call on your spiritual team to help put the next piece into place. Maybe it is finding that next healer. Possibly, now this happens, here's another tip. When we've done some major healing, we've moved some major energy, removing those blocks, right? Sometimes the healer that we've been going to for years may not be the healer for us anymore. They were very helpful in your old vibration. Don't be surprised if they're no longer as effective as they used to be in helping you. Because it's possible that your vibration doesn't match theirs anymore. And it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. You may have to find your next healer. And you free up an energetic space in your previous healer's clientele, right? for the next person who is meant to be with that healer. So don't be surprised if that happens. It's okay. It's okay. Ask your team to bring you the optimal healer to help you with, right? And state your intention. And that healer will appear. They'll come to you. Right? It happens. But please don't take it personally. And you can still be friends with your previous healer. There's nothing wrong with that. They may even do the referral. You never know. You never know. So if you're experiencing the integration, call on your spiritual team to help you to co-create the next piece. Be aware of it. The change is already here. Okay? All right. And the third card. I know we had 3 of them today. I'm looking at the time. We'll fit it in. Here's the third card. Frog's Return Moon. It's from April 20th to May 20th. It's the 20th stone in the creation of, gotta move my fingers, of the medicine wheel. So it's a 2, right? 2 is all about co-creation. And so the key words for this one is building dreams, determination, and cooperation. And look at that picture. We have major frog medicine today. Isn't that something? One of these might be Fred, Bobby. All right, so here is the information about the Frog's Return Moon. This card signals the perfect time to begin a venture or build upon plans already in the works. The energy of this moon brings you the stamina, determination, and mental clarity to successfully plan, build, and create what you desire. Once you begin the process, your plans will quickly unfold. This is truly the time for planting the dream seed. Yeah. So we have frog medicine today, and it's being very, very supportive in whatever change that you have co-created. And if you are in the integration portion of that, my suggestion today is to really call on frog medicine to help you really bring in the next step, the next layer in that integration. Okay? Help them to help you. All right. Polly Joe is saying, upgraded my healer in May. It was so needed for the healer and myself. Yes. And like I said, and not for the other healer not to take it personally, or for you to create something where they might take it personally, right? And you can tell when your new healer, when they work on you, it feels different. Why? Because you are different. You're in a different vibrational field. Bobby is saying, thanks for the info on the new healer. Integration and moving more things that no longer suit is in full swing. Yay! Smudged whole house yesterday, breathing in the cleared space. Yeah, and thank you, Spirit. Feels amazing. Yay. Good for you, Bobby. Good for you. And really calling on your spiritual team, right? To come in and help you to create a space that's going to support your new vibration. your cleared vibration, because how do I want to say this? Because it kind of gets a little convoluted. When we come into this physical experience, into this incarnation, right? Moments before our spirit actually enters this physical body, we are at our unique vibration. It's not covered up, it's not out of sync, it's not out of tune. It's our unique vibration, our unique song. As soon as we come into the physical body, it starts to shift and change because we're here to have a certain experience, right? All right. So we fast forward and we've had some life experiences and some emotional traumas and some mental traumas. And here we are going through healing processes, right? To heal those emotional traumas and those emotional traumas. And with each healing, we get closer and closer to our original song. So it's really more of a remembering as we uncover it, as we heal and remove the debris, we get closer to our original song, which means that we are actually closer to using our gifts, our intuition, trusting ourselves more. Yeah. So just in the fact, Bobby, that you intended and actually did a space clearing to clear your home is huge, because your vibrational field is different than what it was last week, Thursday, right? Yeah. That's why in feng shui, many times when we've gone through a major life change, the suggestion is always to rearrange your furniture, even if it's just in one room, because your vibration is different than it was before your healing. And so your home is supporting your old vibration, not your new. So your home has to also shift with you. Yeah. So Bobby, following your intuition and actually carrying through with it and doing your clearing of your home, doing the smudging and clearing out the old and restating your intention for the new vibration is perfect. Is perfect. I'm happy. This is how life can be, right? This is how life can be. It can be smooth. It can be happy. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Jocelyn here. She says, over the past weekend, I went to the sweat lodge and the drum circle and talking stick with a new shaman. It was wonderful. Even though I couldn't go into the sweat lodge, I helped outside. See, even though you were on the outside of the lodge, Jocelyn, you still received the healing. You were immersed in the ceremony, in the energy of that sweat lodge. Yeah. And sitting on the outside of it while the ceremony is going on the inside, you still have an experience out there. You're able to sense, feel, see spirit as they're working within the lodge and around the lodge. So yeah, it's no small thing. There's many elders who cannot either crawl into the lodge, or they have health issues that, like with their heart or their lungs, that they can't go into the lodge, but they will hold and pray, hold the energy on the outside and pray as if they are inside the lodge. Yeah, and in some instances, depending on who is pouring the lodge, they may even have a helper come out and pass the pipe to those who are sitting on the outside of the lodge, depending on who's pouring and how they've been trained and such. Yeah, so good for you, Jocelyn. The fact that you even made the intention to be there is big. Yeah, because you can find a million other things to do, right? And yet you took the time. You took the time to go, which is good. It's really good. I check the time here. Oh, we got plenty of time. I wanted to read to you, the author does prayers for each card, right? And so the first card, the Frog Clan, here's the prayer for the Frog Clan card. Through the gift of the Frog Clan, I learned to connect with the healing aspects of water. Within the flow, I learned to freely express my emotions and cleanse away any negativity. I offer compassion to myself and to others. For this, my spirit is stronger. So that's the prayer that goes with that card. And the prayer that goes with the Creator card is a good one. I like this one. All right. This prayer is, with the greatest of honor, I open myself to the complete truth of who I am. I trust, Great Spirit, that you will assist me on my path. Help me to build my dreams and develop my potential for the higher good. Don't you just love that prayer? It's one of my favorite ones of these cards. It's so good. I'm going to say it again, okay? All right. With the greatest of honor, I open myself to the complete truth of who I am. I trust, Great Spirit, that you will assist me on my path. Help me to build my dreams and develop my potential for the higher good. It's a good prayer. And here's the one for Frog's Return Moon. It says, Great Spirit, help me to have the courage and the strength to build my dreams and to accept the loving support of others along the way. Now, this one is really, really good, I think, this prayer for those of us that are in the integration, right? So I'm going to say it again. Great Spirit, help me to have the courage and the strength to build my dreams and to accept the loving support of others along the way. It's a good one, isn't it? Frog medicine. And I think this, in this whole past year that we've been doing these live streams and drawing the cards, and from different traditions, not just Native American, from different traditions, I think this is the second time. No, it could be the first time we've had frog medicine. I think it was in Kyle Gray's cards, the Angels and Ancestors, that we had toad. Now, I know the toad is very similar to the frog, but there is a slight difference, right? But this is the first time I think we've had such big frog medicine come in to help us and to deliver a message about the expression of our emotions and the change, right? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think Spirit is really, really trying to help us for those of us that are going through integration in our new energy vibration. And for those who perhaps are intending to go through their own healing, major healing, whether you're going through a retreat or a class, or perhaps that you have something else lined up for yourself, is that this is a good way to be able to know that you have all kinds of support after your huge energy movement, the healing. Yeah. And that integration is an important time to allow it to unfold as it will in divine timing. In other words, don't rush it. It's not a race, it's not a competition. Allow it to unfold in its divine timing so that it's complete. It's complete. And you'll know when it is. Because you feel joyful. You feel relief. You do. It's like, wow, I actually survived that. And your memory of your shift and your change, and the memory of what it feels like to be at this vibration and closer to your original vibration. It's a memory. Yeah, it's good stuff. Jocelyn's saying, yep, and the drum. Absolutely. Julie Shumway Hill is saying, this morning, as I lie in bed, I was thinking about the upcoming drum making workshop, and I received a clairaudient message. I've never received messages that way. A direct result of this weekend and being surrounded by drums and drumming. So you're coming. Are you coming to the drum making? I hope so. Yeah, that's August 17th. We're going to be making sacred drums. It's all about the ceremony. Making a drum. Every drum has a spirit within it, and so you're a co-creator, creating this new spirit that's coming in. So, yeah, I hope so, Julie. And thank you for sharing that. That is, that's a part of that integration, right? And the unfolding of it in the divine manner. Bobby saying prayer is awesome. That last one, the one for the creator, and that last one, I think is really, really helpful. Really helpful. So I'm looking at the time. We're at the top of the hour. I wanted to share with you a couple of things. First of all, anything that we shared today about frog medicine, if it resonated with you, my suggestion is to embrace it, and watch, see, sense, and feel how the energy is unfolding around you today and where this information could be helpful, right? And if it didn't resonate with you, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You're not going to hurt anyone's feelings or at all. Because there's always tomorrow's cards, right? And you never know what part of that might resonate with you. Perhaps you are a messenger and you get to share the recorded live stream with maybe somebody who would enjoy the conversation, or perhaps they've been looking for the information. Okay. All right. So we have tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Soul Connections with Polly Jola Bay. Yes, one of our live stream show hosts. She, on Wednesday nights, what she does for us, especially those who are healers, light workers, who haven't really been very good at keeping yourself on the list for self-care, tonight's all about you. Polly Jo provides the sacred container for us to bring our intention for a healing with our personal spiritual team. And she and her team, what they do is they hold the sacred space for that to occur in, and also assist us in whatever releasing that needs to be done. Okay, that's the first half. The second half is all about a card draw. Polly Jo will select a card for anybody who would like to have a card drawn for them and give them a mini reading. And she will go until everyone who wants a card receives a card. Yeah, I think the most we've done, I get to produce her show, so I know these details. I think the most she's done has been 56 cards in one evening. That's a lot. And so if you enjoy that, please join us. We start at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. And then tomorrow night, Thursday night, June 20th, at Star Nations Academy closed group here at Facebook, we are offering our monthly, we got a female cardinal out front, our monthly free mini class. And this month it's about smudging. I've been asked to share some basic information about smudging. And so that's what we're going to do on Thursday night. And that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. If you're not a member of Star Nations Academy closed group, please just go to that group and request to join, and either Julie or I will get you all hooked up for that. Okay. All right. Let's see. The other thing that I wanted to share with you very quickly, I know we're a couple minutes late going over, is that, yay, I'm so happy. It's about Star Nations Magazine. Now, we're right at the beginning of the creation of the July issue, and that will start building in energy and taking more of my focus, right? But today, we actually officially launched the magazine to be in front of 10,000 readers. Yeah, it's a big moment. I've been working on this since last fall. And the learning curve has been quite steep, and for a lot of us, not just Star Nations, but other magazines within the Mag Cast family of magazines, and all the technicians and all of that. And so, yay, today our very first email about the magazine went out to 10,000 readers. Yes. It was just George and I, because Mom was asleep. It was just George and I when I sent out the first email, and it was like happy dance. And so I just wanted to share that. It's a great moment. It really is, because the magazine is really, really filled with our contributing writers' wisdom. They share their hearts and their experiences with our readers, and I really do believe that their message is really important to a lot of souls out there, that we reach as many as possible. And so today was the first day that we were able to launch this piece officially. Yay! I'm very happy. Extremely happy. All right. I'm just going to check to make sure that I haven't missed anybody's comments before we sign off. Julie says, yes, I am, and I'm excited. Yay! We're going to have another drum maker. Woohoo! Andrea says, thank you. You're welcome, Andrea. Tanya says, thank you, Neshi. This was good for me today. Aw, that's good, Tanya. That's really good. And I'm hoping, Tanya, you're going to be with us in October or November, right, for one of those class weekends. Yeah. And Marie says, thank you, Marie. Marie's such a sweet soul. Polly Jo is saying, looking forward to tonight. Hope to see some of you there. We're going to see all of us there. We're all going to be there. And she's saying, Polly Jo saying, yay about the magazine. Yep, hearts out there. Thank you, Andrea. That has been a kind of a long haul, but so worth every moment I've spent on it. It really is. So. And Bobby is saying, wahoo, yay for Star Nations. Today's the other lovely news. Jay Harjo, I know, I saw this, right? Poet, writer, and musician, and first Indigenous person to be inducted into the Library of Congress as a poet laureate. I know that notification came over my phone. I can't even remember when it was today. And it was like, yes, that's very good news too. And thank you, Bobby, for sharing that and reminding us about it. It's good stuff, isn't it? Okay. It's a good day. It's a good day in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers would say, right? So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll see you back here for Polly Joe's show, the Soul Connections, later this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for the Spiritual Roundtable. Bama Mina. That's Potawatomi for until we see each other again. Love you guys.